at her. Her name is Ahoo Daryaei, a university student. A normal day at university turned into a moment watched by the entire world. She was confronted over Iran's mandatory hijab rules, and after that, she made a decision that shocked millions. She removed her clothes and walked through the campus. Not because clothing doesn't matter, but because it mattered too much. Look at her, Mahsa Jina Amini, 22-year-old young woman visiting Tehran. Her death after being detained over hijab rules changed Iran forever. Look at them. Women walking through streets, sitting in cafes, going to work. For some, hijab is faith, and for some, it's identity. And for others, it became a symbol of fight over control.
But here's the question. Was this ever really about a piece of cloth?
Because a piece of fabric should not be powerful enough to close a business, send someone a legal warning, or change someone's future, or become the center of a national conflict.
Unless the real battle was never about clothing. Maybe it was about something much bigger.
Power, identity, freedom. And one question, who gets to decide who you are? Welcome to Looskeh. I'm Looskeh.
And I'm Master Mingo.
When people hear about Iran's hijab laws, many imagine one thing: police stopping women on the streets.
But the story in 2025 became more complicated.
How?
Because control does not always need someone standing in front of you. Sometimes it only needs a camera. A woman is driving, a camera recognizes her, a message appears on her phone, a warning, a fine, a reminder that someone is always watching.
So the question changed. It's not only, will someone stop me? It's gonna be like, could someone be watching me right now?
Exactly. And that changes human behavior.
But why involve businesses?
Because pressure spreads. Imagine owning a small cafe. You built it for years. And people come here to talk, drink coffee, or meet friends. Then authorities arrive. The doors close. And your business disappears.
And suddenly, everyone around you understands the message.
That is how fear works. It does not need to reach everyone. It only needs to everyone believe it could reach them.
But this creates a difficult question. If someone disagrees with the rule, why follow it?
Because humans are complicated. People don't only obey rules. They obey consequences. They obey social pressure. They obey the fear of becoming isolated.
So someone can disagree privately, but still follow publicly?
Yes, and psychology has shown this many times. In the famous Ash conformity experiments, people sometimes gave an answer they knew it was actually wrong because everyone else gave the same answer.
Not because they were convinced, because they didn't want to stand alone?
Exactly. Now imagine that feeling, but with something visible. Every single day. Your appearance, your body.
So, clothing becomes more like a public statement.
Yes, a symbol. But symbols are powerful.
Let's start with Iran.
What happens when the state decides what acceptable identity looks like?
Supporters of compulsory hijab say what?
They argue that societies always have values. Rules about public behavior exist everywhere. They believe clothing represents morality, culture, and religion.
And critics?
They argue that belief loses its meaning when it is forced. They ask, if someone follow a rule because they fear punishment, is that really a choice?
That question seems bigger than clothing.
It is, because it asks, where does protection end and control begin?
Now, South Korea. The government does not force women to wear makeup. So why compare it?
Because control does not always come from laws. Sometimes it comes from expectations. A woman may not receive a fine for not wearing makeup. She may not be arrested, but she may feel pressure to look younger, more attractive, and more acceptable.
So nobody is actually forcing her, but everyone around her is kind of sending a message.
That is why Escape the Corset movement appeared. Women rejected beauty products and beauty expectations. Some destroyed makeup products. Some changed their appearance. Their message was, my value is not created by how I look.
Interesting, innit? In Iran, some women fight for the freedom to remove a restriction. And in South Korea, some women fight for the freedom to remove an expectation.
Different systems, similar human question. Who controls the image you present to the world?
Now, America! The situation seems almost the opposite.
In many cases, yes. The American system usually focuses on protecting individual expression.
But there are still conflicts.
Of course, in 2015, the Supreme Court heard the case of Samantha Alouf, a 17-year-old Muslim woman applying for the job at this company. She wore a hijab. The company said it conflicted with its appearance policy.
So the question becomes, should the person change or should the institution change?
The Supreme Court ruled in her favor. The message was, a company cannot simply reject someone's religious expression because it does not match a preferred image.
3 countries, 3 different systems, and 3 different answers.
But all of them revealed the same struggle.
Which is?
The battle between the individual and the world around them.
Because nobody exists completely alone. We are shaped by family, culture, religion, society, and of course laws.
But the question is, when does influence become control?
Maybe the biggest mistake is thinking this is only about clothing.
Because clothing is not only the surface, underneath. It is a deeper question.
Who owns your identity?
The government?
Society?
Or you?
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to Looskeh for more videos about law, human rights, psychology, and of course, the biggest question shaping our world.
Tell us what you think in the comments. When does protecting values become controlling freedom?
Don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts below. I'm Looskeh.
And I'm Master Mingo.
See you in the next episode.